Good morning, and it's Friday, and welcome back to another world of crazy football news and paper talk. Of course, this is Beat the Press with your favorite host, Mick Ruby from Mufc Realist TV. The question that I have to say is football slowly dying? Are we getting blue balled? Lo and behold, apparently it looks like it because the International Football Federation are seriously considered to introduce the blue card. And what is the blue card, Mick? What people might ask. Well, it's been introduced for a 10-minute sin bin, basically for petulance or anything like speak to the hand. Before it was an orange card, but now they changed to a blue card, and that's why I said we are getting smurfed. So that applies to managers on the bench, on the dugout, the players. So if then Jurgen Klopp will be the grumpy Smurf, he will be banned for life because he yaps a lot. But let me know your thoughts and feelings. Me personally, I want to reflect on that. We had other stories to talk about. Frenkie de Jong, of course. We have the contract situation with Ten Hag, Kobbie Mainoo with the contract extension. Please stick around because we're going to talk about it. But main story to start with is absolutely the killing the game of the VAR. First and foremost, VAR hasn't really been working. The dodgy decisions, the inconsistency, and now the referees seems to want to be the players. They want to be you. They want to be your fans. They want to be in the limelight. And what is the point of introducing a 10-minute sin bin? That means that if you are being petulant, instead of being sent off or yellow carded, you get pretty much to sit off in isolation by yourself, like in 10 minutes on the side. That is similar like you see in ice hockey, but in ice hockey, when you do a slashing or tripping, you get 3 minutes. But 10 minutes, come on. 10 minutes is long enough. I mean, yeah, I can agree if you're given, 5 minutes, 4 minutes, but 10 minutes, that's way too long. As football, as injuries is getting longer and longer, they added on more extra time. Sometimes you don't even know how they calculate. Sometimes you get 9 minutes extra time plus this. That means that you're going to accumulate more injuries to already injury-prone squad, to be honest. We are working harder. Is footballing destroying itself? Let me know in your comments below in this comment section. But I want to flip it around. I want to say, why should referees be in the limelight? Why should they take on the glory? It looks like it. Talk to the hand. We want to steal your show. Football used to be all about, referees being in the background, calling it for what it is. No video assistant referees. And video assistant referees was just there to help for the clear and obvious errors. But they are becoming more and more integrated. So why this blue card? Riddle me this. Riddle me this, people, because then I want to flip it around. I want to have a balanced approach. Is football heading this direction? I think then fans should also have the power to give the referees an orange card. An orange card to send them off as well. I mean, if they can give us players and fans the bollocking, I mean, the ref should be judged equally, right? They should be scrutinized. So why should they get away with it? They're protecting each other like this. And football should never be about the referees. It should be about the free-flowing game so people can enjoy. But anyway, that's my rant on this. I want to hear your thoughts and feelings regarding the potential introduction of the blue card. Do you think that is the worst thing ever happened to football? Or do you reckon, well, actually, that's good. But 10 minutes, that's a little bit long time. Anyway, moving forward, again, a saga that don't want to disappear. This is a saga that's calling about Frenkie de Jong. Yes, people, you heard it right. It is the never-ending story, the Frenkie de Jong that was so close of joining Manchester United, but due to financial levers, Barcelona kept him. And now Barcelona, as we know, are in the mud financially speaking. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Frenkie de Jong 2.0. Manchester United under long-term target. Frenkie de Jong is not closing the door of Manchester United or anyone else and looking for a potential move this summer. Now, what is this story all about? What is this story all about? For me personally, Frenkie de Jong is a ship that sailed away. We do have a similar trait of player like a Kobbie Mainoo, but not really as developed as Frenkie de Jong. People in the fan base were really obsessed when they heard that we were linked with Frenkie de Jong, and I was one of them as well, because I thought that is a revolutionary midfielder that is press resistant, that can carry the ball, that can pick up the ball from the deep and distributing, spraying passes left, right, center, but also a goal threat. Now, it's apparently, if I go on this article to say that long-term Manchester United Frenkie de Jong has not ruled out for finally leaving Barcelona this summer. This is due to Barcelona are in financial trouble with FFP, and they've always been looking out to sort of ship up Frenkie de Jong because he is on a high earning. Yeah. Speaking to the digital platform late last night, Onze journalist Luis Canot reporting that he's explained that Frenkie de Jong is not closing the door to leaving Barcelona this summer and is open for a move. This is due to the delay in wage payment, 100%. This is a saga that keeps going on. I mean, 2 years ago, there was always about the deferred wages, which they still haven't really paid out and fulfilled. He's not the one that received most money, but 24.8 million, which is kind of the due of this Barca salary scale, will be reduced if they get rid of him. That is 24.8 million as well. So basically, just play a clip if I don't really understand what it is. This is without any sound, so I can just play this clip. And this is Louis Canot, Frenkie de Jong. I don't really know what to say. Yeah, they're talking about Barca, to be honest. The presenter of the show claimed that the important Barcelona player had given the green light to leave Barcelona this summer. He's hopefully to ask the journalist Canot. He's an important player, and the journalist replied, he's a top player. 100%, he's a top player, guys. To be honest, he is definitely a top player, and he's somebody that we will look at to bring in a little bit of a cutback price into Manchester United this summer. I will create a poll, but I said, I think that majority of the Manchester United fan would say, hey, I take him. Definitely I would take him, right? We need a replacement for Christian Eriksen. Christian Eriksen will leave, and we need a little bit of experience playing next to Kobbie Mainoo. Right? Imagine a midfield, Kobbie Mainoo, Frenkie de Jong, and Bruno Fernandes. So maybe not Bruno Fernandes will play in the summer. Nobody really knows what Ineos is planning to do, because apparently they're looking to slash that wage bill down to minimum 150 earners per week. Excuse me about that. The journalist went on to claim while player hasn't exactly given the green light, he's no longer have an option, basically. It is what it is. Barcelona, again, is trying to force him out, and he's kind of open to leave. Guys, let me know your thoughts and feelings regarding this story. I personally take it with a pinch of salt. I personally would say that we've been down this road before, but if he would be leaving in this summer, it will not be another 75 million, basically, because he's run down this contract, and Barcelona is looking for a quick sale. Oh, the way of football is dying. The Galactical signings is dead, according to my opinion. These kind of signings is destroying football. Kylian Mbappe asking for a 200 million euro sign-on fee to go to Real Madrid is absolutely player power. I think that these days are gone, and I think that Manchester United is doing the right thing if the plan is like just bring in talent that has the right mentality, that can run through brick wall, that are young and hungry. Because speaking of that, Kobbie Mainoo has now been tipped for a new contract negotiation. This is according to Steady News. Manchester United sensation Kobbie Mainoo has been tipped for a new contract. Why are they doing so? Signing up ASAP. Well, we did that with Alejandro Garnacho. It worked, but probably to bump up his contract, because if you look at Kobbie Mainoo's wages at the moment, Kobbie Mainoo is earning £10,000 per week. Then if you look at Alejandro Garnacho, is up on 50,000. So pretty much is a contract negotiations to go up, probably up to 50,000. Slowly get him up there, but not go on the silly wages up to 100, 120, because we know that Manchester United is currently looking to trim that wage bill as well. So let me know your thoughts and feelings regarding that. Is Kobbie Mainoo a little bit too early to discuss a new contract, or do you reckon that's fair enough? Put him on a little bit of higher wages than 10K because the kids deserved it. He's been nothing but a sheer joy and instrumental part of the Manchester United rejuvenation squad. Played a major role ever since he's played. Like, I think he's made 17 appearances, but the way he's playing, he's outplaying all the senior players. So I said, for me personally, give him a little bit of rise, give him a new contract, but don't put him on the silly wages, because the more money you have, it destroys players, guys. But at the end of the day, guys, also another story came out to say that Erik Ten Hag is been considering to be given a 1-year extension, not a new contract, but been giving a lifeline to stay another year. And I think, if the paper talk is the paper talk, I would say that it is the most sensible thing you can do. We're not here to sack a manager. We understand that, the player style of play, what people in the fan base was saying, has not been there this summer. But I look at a 360 perspective, and I can say, to have a style of play, and you want to play the way you want to play as a manager, you need to have personnel. You need to have a squad. And lo and behold, Manchester United this season has been a frustrating injury record season where we haven't really had a full squad. Erik Ten Hag just saw glimpses of having his first ever starting 11 2 weeks ago with Lisandro Martinez back in the fray. But that was swept under his feet. And Martinez is now out for another, 6-8 weeks. So we will get by. Frontline is sorting out itself, according to my opinion. Is starting to shape. You have Rashford to the left, you have Garnacho to the right, and in the middle you have young Rasmus Højlund, who's, by the way, has outperformed himself in, the same performance what he did in how do you call it? He scored 10 goals and 2 assists in Atalanta, and 10 goals and 10 assists in Manchester United alone. So this is massive for the kid. And we have 16 games left to play. So hopefully, if he can score 15 goals this season, we never expected that from Højlund. That would be a good return investment, according to my opinion. So let me know what you think. The midfield itself, yes, we know that Eriksen is leaving. We need reinforcement. Who will that be? God, would you add on a Frenkie de Jong? Oh my God, they were getting absolutely giddy. It would be a killer midfield. But Kobbie Mainoo there together with potentially, I don't know if Amrabat's going to stay or leave. We pay the release. Should we pay the release clause on 18 million? I mean, we did take him for 8 million loan fee, but the remaining we have to pay or not. Casemiro is vital. Like, he's got 2 years left on his contract, and Casemiro is currently up on the highest earner, like on 350 per week. Let me just show you, bring this up to the stage. You can see that Casemiro is right up here on 350 a week. And no wonder, I don't know, Ineos, call a spade a spade. I know what you're trying to do. I know you try to optimize things, but to get rid of Carlos Casemiro, who's got 2 years left on his contract, doesn't really make sense to me, guys. We need experience, and he has no value, resale value on the market. So just keep him, let him fizz out his contract. But the one that will go probably will be Rafa Varane. Anyway, let me know your thoughts and feelings. It's Friday at the end of the day. Stadium talk. Comment section. I get a lot of comments regarding the stadium build. And one comment that came in right now, this about a couple of minutes ago, is saying, how can Ineos or Glazers afford a new stadium? I mean, that doesn't really make sense. And I said, well, hang on a second. And there was a follow-up question. How can Ineos, that holds 25%, decide and own a stadium, to build a stadium? And it's very simple. It is very simple. It's business. It's called land banks, right? At the end of the day, right, this is how smart the Glazers are, right? Just look at Tampa Bay. When Malcolm Glazers bought Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers, he got the council to build a stadium on his land. because he bought a land asset. And the same thing when Manchester United PLC owns the land bank around Old Trafford, right? So they are the owners of the land bank. But similar, like if you own a piece of land and I come to you to say, I want to lease your land and I want to build a hotel on it. Cool. I will approve. You will foot the bill. You will build a stadium. But at the end of the day, I take yearly service charge and I still own the land. So at any moment of time, I can knock down your stadium and there's nothing you can do about it. This is unfortunately how, land development works. And this is nothing else but another real estate business property deal. And what they're trying to say now, well, hang on a second, Ineos cannot afford by themselves to put in money from their own pocket. They don't, simply not possible. 2 billion. So the most plausible thing is to seek funds, to seek sponsorship. Mercedes, get Mercedes to sponsor, put in whatever, understand what I mean. But also, I didn't like what I saw with Manchester United Supporters Trust, to say, why don't we get fans to chip in $1, $10 each to support the build of new Old Trafford in exchange for some Class A shares? Ain't gonna work. That's gonna take forever and ever and ever. Now, for me personally, I want to focus. I did the show yesterday with Alice Talks Football. Go check it out. Brilliant. And I basically said, you know what? The first thing that we need to do is 100% focus on the rebuild, the internal structure. That is what we need to do. 100%. We have the CEO, Omar Barada, and then you have to build a proper ethos, a way of style of play. Get in the football director, get in the director, technical director, and build from there. And only then, I would say that you will go and invest in a new training ground, the latest facilities, the latest technology, the new physio department, because that is kind of out of date. It's kind of like you stepping in 20 years back in an old sweaty gymnasium. You understand what I'm saying? So training is very important. Rehabilitation is even more important. We still have a stadium that we can play on, and in the interim, you can build a new stadium next to it or decide what you're going to do with Old Trafford. That is not the burning issue. The burning issue is here to get a proper footballing structure in place, recruiting the right talent, get rid of the deadwood, and start playing good football, and the rest will follow. Anyway, it's not live, guys. I'm sorry, but it's been 20 minutes of gas. It is Friday because I'm getting gas. We are playing Aston Villa on Sunday, and Villa has a little bit of a form dip because they lost about Chelsea, but that can also be a wounded animal. Got to watch out that one. They have some injury scares as well. So I believe that we are on a form. This is a must-win game because if you look at the Premier League right now, who is shaping up really nicely in top, there's only 2-3 points separating Liverpool, Arsenal, and City. And if you look at the top four, Villa sitting there on nicely cushioning on 44 points. I think I can't really remember. But if we beat Villa and then you see Spurs are playing Brighton, we'd be on a really, really good race to grab that fourth spot. That'd be about 5 points to drop apart. So to Sunday's game, for me, it is a cup game. It is a win game. And if we do that, I'd be so happy. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts and feelings of everything that's been said here. Frenkie de Jong, will you take him back to United? I don't know. What is your score prediction? Tell me. And do you reckon it is a good idea to give Ten Hag another 1-year contract trial extension while we are building the squad? And Kobbie Mainoo, you reckon he should get a salary bumper contract? It's been Mick Ruby here from Mufc Realist TV. Had my say, and yeah, hopefully I made you a little bit better day. See you to the next one. Bye for now. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching Mufc Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.